Okay, so in this video I'm just going to talk very quickly about the first day of rehearsals that we've had for Survivor today. We did a full run through of the script, which was really great, and we are now finally finally starting to get towards the final performance of this show, and it's just really exciting, really, to have finally, for myself as a writer, to have a play that will be seen by an audience. It's really exciting to see horror starting to bring the characters to life that I have created on paper. It was a bit weird at first. I mean, it was a bit weird today when we did the full run through, when there was times where horror would kind of do certain things with their characters, and I'd be sat there like, oh, I hadn't thought of that, or no, that's how I was thinking of that character being portrayed. So it was a really exciting day. It was a really great rehearsal. So I thought I'd just talk a little bit about some of the good points and then some of the bad points, or I suppose more constructive points that I have about today, just about the script and about what we've done in general. So I'll start off with the script. So the script itself, I thought this was going to be the last draft of the script, and then we performed parts of it today, and there was just parts that weren't working. For me, I think it was the ending, especially where we sort of say thank you to everyone that we've worked with. I kind of felt like there was something not right about it. There was something not right about the way that, I'm not sure what it was. It felt like it sounded kind of forced. I wasn't sure what was going on there, but I was just thinking, no, I don't like this. I don't know why. I don't know why it doesn't sound as effective to me when it's read out loud than what it sort of did when I was writing it. So that made me think, okay, maybe go back and look at the end and again, see if there's a different way that I can structure us saying thank you to everyone that we've worked with. Maybe a different order, maybe that's what's required. There was also the kind of question of the statistics. So also at the end, we also say the statistics and what they mean, and that we've been saying throughout the show. And I kind of felt like this could have happened a bit faster. I felt like this part of the rehearsal kind of dragged a little bit, and I wasn't sure why. I just felt like that this ending section was kind of dragging a little bit. It didn't really seem to. It was the part of the rehearsal where I was sat thinking, I'm not sure about this. I don't know how interesting this would be to watch as an audience member. There was also one of the big questions for me about the statistics. Is the fact that Mahara and myself sort of throughout the play have said unknown together. And originally this was written into the script because I had written that, obviously, if you've seen earlier posts, you'll know that the story of Jake and Poppy has changed quite a bit. Obviously, we originally were going to have a storyline where he sexually assaulted his student Poppy, and then he would try and pay her off to keep quiet. And that is why I had originally put in unknown, because we were going to reveal at the end of the play that there was an unknown, sort of, there was no statistic about these kind of goings on, and so these facts were unknown. Now, when I redid the script, when I redid the storyline of Poppy and Jake, I made it so that this unknown now talks about sort of not really knowing the full extent of how many sexual assaults take place, because people still don't talk about it. And I had originally thought that was the best thing to do, to try and keep it in the script. But then we did it today during the rehearsal, and there was a few times where I felt like we didn't say it in unison, and I feel like it just didn't have that same power as what I'd imagined. So I'm thinking that for the next rehearsal, for the second day of rehearsal, I'm hoping that I'll make time to kind of go back over those parts of the script. So definitely the ending needs a bit of restructuring. The sort of the unknown, the fact that we say unknown all the time, that might need to be taken out. I feel like maybe it's not needed. And I just feel like if we keep the information that we're telling the audience sort of quick and concise, that to me will hold an audience for longer than if we drag it on. And really, it was just today, although I'm saying sort of the sort of constructive sort of criticisms of I guess of my own script, it was really a good rehearsal. It was really good to finally be like, yes, we are going into the rehearsal process. We are nearly there. And it did feel really positive. It felt really good that we're finally getting to that stage. And I think for a long time I was worried that we weren't going to get to this stage. We weren't going to have time. It was, there has been quite a few panics, but I kind of feel like we've now reached that point where we know we can do it, and we're going to do it to the best of the ability that Hara and myself can. I also really enjoyed the rehearsal today. For the first time, we used the physicality of the chairs, so we moved the chairs for each sort of character change in each scene. This was something that I'd always imagined happening, but we haven't ever done it before. We've never sort of done the full physical kind of moving the chairs and performing at the same time. Admittedly, I mean, you can probably tell from the video above, it was a bit sketchy at times. The chairs kind of made noise. But then I also have to remind myself that this is the first rehearsal day, and it's the first day that we've been using chairs, and of course it's not going to run perfectly straight away. So we hope that that will become more slick for the next rehearsal. I think it will do. I think this is just sort of a thing where the first rehearsal that we've ever done of trying to perform whilst also making sure the chairs are in the right place, and I think it went pretty well considering. I think it did go pretty well.